And zombies don't fly. As far as I know. That'd be terrifying. Flying zombies? Oof. Hello everybody, TonyScapone here, and we're going to be playing some Jewel. No Vexing Bauble, no problem. DAZE is broken enough. With the recent Brainstorm iterations that have been brewing up, we have more than enough islands to support DAZE. Well, we have 13, which is a lot. DAZE is actually very similar to Vexing Bauble, with some obvious differences, but one of the things about Vexing Bauble that really made it much different than something like Grid was that it could affect your opponent's deck. So it was disruption for your opponent's deck, where you could, prevent them from playing out Lotus Petals and Chrome Mox and stuff like that. And DAZE is similar, of course, because we can counter our opponent's spells. So now we have both Force and DAZE, and then we have the consistency provided by the Surveil lands, and of course Brainstorm. So we have a wider range of keeps, which this deck definitely desperately needs, since you're running a bunch of copy effects and show and tells that need certain conditions to be met before the cards do anything. And things that DAZE gives you that Vexing Bauble doesn't is an even higher blue count in a list that was already very high. I believe we're currently on 27. Yeah, 27 blue cards. And it's also really going to help us against things like Null Rod, because now we have both Force and DAZE to stop it. This deck is always, or it always feels bad to have removal. Dismember is super efficient. That doesn't feel bad, right? You're playing against Collector or something like that. But all the other options, even Chain of Vapor, as flexible as it is, and as much synergy as it has with Jewel, as you start copying things, it's a really good draw. It still just never felt fantastic, because a lot of times you're playing against blue decks, and bounce spells just aren't great against blue decks. They can counter it, or they can let it resolve, and then counter what you try to do, and then just redeploy their 8-piece. Whereas Defiler has always been fantastic, right? It makes your transmutes really good. It allows you to put transmutes on the stack. If they counter them, you can find another one. And then the synergy with the rest of the deck is just massive with Chaos Defiler. But it's only so much, right? It works frequently enough where, and certainly in other iterations, I have been leaning away from direct removal and just leaning heavier and heavier on Chaos Defiler. But I guess all this to say, and I suppose part of the argument was always that, well, we do also have Force of Will. But now, you have even more, right? Force, DAZE, and Defiler, of course the Otawara, that is a heavy amount of resiliency. We were already pretty resilient to hate pieces, now even more so. I like that a lot. And sometimes you get additional selection with DAZE. Played a match last night. Turn 3 I didn't draw my third land drop. And I had a Monolith. I couldn't play turn 2 because I had brainstormed. So turn 3 I Monolith. I still have a land drop, but no lands in hand. They went to counter it. I dazed, picked up my island. My Monolith resolved. I had to replay the island and get my blue for show and tell to put my Jewel into play. It was insane. What do you know? DAZE, broken card. Who'da thunk it? Who'da thunk it? Sideboard still largely the same. Force Golem is not at its best with Brainstorm, but it's still extremely good, even with this list. And we go up to 4 Grid and 4 Golem now that we don't have Vexing. And I've trimmed on Consign. I don't expect it to be needed quite as much, but it's still really broken. Maybe that changes. We'll see. Otherwise, same thing as before. Early turns, we get to Surveil, Brainstorm. Sometimes with Tomb and Monolith, we have faster starts. But a whole lot of consistency here. This is probably the list that I'm most excited about post-ban. So let's get in there and jam some jewels. All right, here we go. Round one, we lost the die roll. Opponent has kept 7. We can keep this. Power of Surveil lands and Brainstorm. We can keep a 1-lander. We've got Force. We're looking for lands and Jewel. Ancient Tomb and Jewel would be perfect. Alright, they're going to start with a Once Upon a Time. Pretty sure they're usually playing green post. Yep. There's a Cloudpost. Draw Daze. Could be useful. But we'll pass over. Looking to Surveil. We've got 3 mana. Let's Surveil. We'll get rid of that Show and Tell. Draw. Uh-oh. Fail me now, deck. Ooh. Not fantastic, honestly. Put back. Couple of copy effects. Play a land. We're hoping that they play something that I can copy with a copy artifact. And then we can transmute, or, well, no, we don't have double blue either. I'm going to daze this. Because otherwise Daze is never going to get use. They might have a Spirit Guide, but I really like picking up this Sewers too. So that I can Surveil. Yeah, they're starting to get a lot of mana though. It's a Karn. Can't have that. It's copy artifact. They have 4 cards in hand. We're not in a great spot here. Play the Sewers, get rid of the copy artifact. And hoping we don't get rocked right here. But we probably do. Okay, 1 ring. That's a different story. That I can copy. Hopefully before we die. I mean, hopefully we just draw Jewel, and then we win. Right. They're passing. Draw copy artifact. Alright, I will play it. Copy that ring. Draw card. Force. Another Surveil. I don't hate that. But I don't like that I've got no protection. Probably about to die. Guess I'll bottom Brainstorm. I mean, if they play a Karn, we can actually transmute into Defiler, which is pretty darn good. If we happen to draw Defiler, we can just cast it. That's a tower. A whole lot of mana. And a lot of cards. Not feeling safe. Drop rotation. After playing tower. Rotating the cradle away. Getting Eye of Ugin. Searching up a card with Eye. Searching up Mycospawn. Playing it to get Wasteland. That is fine with me. Now we get a Jewel. It is A-okay with me. The Ancient Tomb. Go Transmute. Get Jewel. Pay. Play Copy Artifact. Jewel. Play Transmute. Get Engine. Play Monolith. Get mana. Play Jewel. Get mana and cards. Play Metamorph. Mana. Yep, they're off it. We cast Emrakul. Infinitely. GG. Alright, I think Consign is pretty good. Golem probably not good enough. Yeah, I'll play the Consigns. Probably just in place of the Daze. I think Daze is okay against them. But it falls off pretty quick. Like, it can save you in the times that you really need it. But certainly a lot less often on the draw. I think I'd rather just have an extra Force. No Vexing Baubles to be had. Oh, multiple Force. Karn. I'll play 1 extra over a Brainstorm. Alright, we have a Force. We've got lands, we got Surveils. We got a Tomb. I will keep. It's on the lower side of keeps, but I will keep. They're on 6. And they pass. Ooh, that's good. Yep. We'll hold that up. And if they don't do anything, we can Surveil. Let Once Upon a Time go. Pick up a Spirit Guide, play another tower. Okay. We get to surveil here, that's nice. Go and tell, get rid of that. Untap, draw. Monolith. I think I still want to surveil and hold up consign. Given our hand, I don't think there's a huge rush for this monolith. It would be annoying if we draw Jewel and we didn't play monolith, but we can show intelligent if we want. Still not doing anything. Probably get some combination of like flutes and traps. Maybe Force of Vigor. Stuff like that. It basically has to be some combination of those cards, otherwise you just wouldn't keep the hand based on what they're doing. Well, bottom of fetch, we've got enough lands. I do want to hold up multiple instances of consign, so I'm going to go Tomb Monolith. That way I can replicate, mess with some Eldrazi stuff. Our Surveil lands didn't really come up with much. We got our consign, but we need to find some action. Some actual factual action. The Cozy command? No, there's that Force of Vigor. Makes Transmute a much worse draw. I'm still going to let it go, though. They pitched a crop rotation, so they're holding on to the Spirit Guide. Well, they're using it. That's a 1-ring. We could counter it, or I could copy it. I think I would rather copy it, given my hand. Yeah. It definitely feels weird letting a 1-ring go, but I think it's correct. Brainstorm, huh? I'm just going to copy this 1-ring, draw a card, play out Island. And then we got a whole bunch of interaction, and then hopefully we can win on our turn. Yep, draw with the 1-ring. Ours is sparkly. Forest, 5 cards in hand, here comes Karn. I want to consign or force? Consign is additional use. Because at this point I can hardcast Jewel, so I'm not going to want to show and tell. I'm actually just going to force it. I think this consign is really high value. We can stop like random Eldrazi nonsense. And let's just draw off the ring. There we go. Play Monolith. Play Island. And Jewel. And I will Brainstorm. Alright, bit of a miss, but that's okay. And pass. A big old consign. And force. They're drawing a lot of cards. They don't have a ton of mana unless they find Nexus. Which at this point, it's really unlucky if they don't. It doesn't feel like they found Nexus. We're going to cast Flute. I'm going to force it. If they want to go like Nexus and then try to slam something. Blast Zone. Spirit Guide, Karn. Might as well replicate. Get it out. Alright. We should be able to get there. I don't have Surveil, but I will fetch away the other land on the top of our deck. Then draw. That should do it. I guess I might as well cast the Jewel itself first. Then Transmute. Engine. Yeah. Nice. Just as we drew it up. Cool. Want to know? See you in round 2. Hey everyone, thanks for making it this far. Just wanted to thank everybody, and if you're looking for more, show you where you can find that. If you go to the description below, you can find all of my links. If you go further down in the comments, you can also find my links for bring you to my Patreon, various tiers for Discord access, early access, sideboard guides, donation decks, coaching sessions. You can also check out the podcast within those links, as well as my Twitch where I do most of my content. You can see the commands that you can use in the chat. Let's say you do dono. You're wondering how to get a link, how to do it. Tells you right here. And the members Discord is within the Storm, MTG Storm community. And of course, it's always going to help if you hit the like and subscribe. So thanks again. Keep storming, y'all. All right, here we go. Round 2 against Comrade 1312. And we have once again lost the die roll. And once again, we have a 1-lander that can get a Surveil with a Brainstorm. And we have a Force. So we will keep. This time I have Show and Tell and Jewel. I like that. Opponent has Mulligan to 5. Oh, looks like it's Oops All Spells. And we're getting Thought Seized. Okay. Yep. They take Force. As expected. Well, we're hoping to draw another Force. Or at least the Daze. If not, hopefully we can find it with Brainstorm. I don't want to Brainstorm yet. I could end step, because finding an Ancient Tomb is huge. And surveilling gives me lower chances to find what I need to cast Show and Tell. It gives me higher chances to find another Force, not get Brainstorm locked. Daze, I think overall it makes more sense to just surveil here. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll get rid of Copy Artifact. Draw. Forces? No. Otawara, let's Brainstorm. Alright, this is not great. We are shields down, but we have a win next turn. Hide Show and Tell and Transmute. Play out Island and hope we're not dead. Oh, I think we're alive. We are in fact alive. Let's play Otawara. Let's play Monolith. Let's play Show and Tell. Now, if they didn't have enough mana for their 4-drop and now it's in play, yeah, pretty much. We do have to win right now, but we're pretty high chance to. So if I get Engine right now off of Jewel, I can then copy Artifact, which untaps Monolith. Copy Monolith, then I have 6. I can re-Jewel and One Ring. I'm probably One Ring first. So there's no need to even start using these to copy Jewel. You pretty much already have the win. This is what you're looking to find along your jewel chaining, so if you just have it already, you might as well go for it. Engine, copy Artifact. We certainly lose to another Sink into Stupor, I'll say that. I didn't think of that. Not sure we really play around it though, right? I think they have a sink, and they're trying to decide if they should bounce Copy Artifact or Paradox Engine. I guess not. Let's go One Ring, draw, another One Ring. Now we can play Jewel, draw more, get Jewel in, make mana, another Jewel, make more mana, draw more cards, make more mana, draw more cards. Let's just go ahead and play an Emrakul. If they want to pack it up, they are at 15. Alright, Emrakul is in. I'm going to reset my ring and pass the turn. Go to clean up, discard some lands, make our second turn here, and I will annihilate you. Yep. We're going to make a bunch of stuff first. Sure. Get some Narcomoebas. Then you get some zombies. Well, no, you still just take 15 here. Because you're going to have 0 permanents and you're at 15. And zombies don't fly. As far as I know. That'd be terrifying. Flying zombies? Oof. Oh, they're going to cast, what's it called? So they'll get some Poxwalkers. Cast Memory's Journey. Get Poxwalkers. More Annihilation fodder. It's okay. We're going to cast Emrakul again. You don't need Otawara to do it. The only reason I ever do that is because it's faster. But technically we can cast Emrakul infinite times. Poxwalker. I can also just counter this. That might save some time. They might scoop to that. Because now we could just pass the turn and they deck themselves. Yep. Cool. Okay. I want consigns, forces, and lodestones. We can cut Emmy from a jewel, from a show and tell, from a land, cut Defiler. Okay, I actually have to cut show and tell. Means we cut 4 blue cards, but we added 5, so we're still at 28 blue cards. Pretty good. Jewel's a bit tougher to cast now. No show and tell. I guess I'll go to 2. Mostly about landing Golem. Well, it's mostly about not dying immediately. That's That's number one. Don't die immediately. Decent advice. Okay, so this force has to target like a dark ritual. They mulliganed. I will keep it, but it's not a great hand. If they kept on 7, I would probably mulligan it, honestly. Matchup is definitely different without Vexing Bauble. They get land, Ball Therapy. So that one we let go. Probably name Force of Will. We have Force of Negation. Now, the big question is, do you Force of Negation a Petal if they play it? The answer is probably yes. Because all it takes is Spirit Guide or 2. And now your Force does nothing. Playing Fetch lets them know we don't have anything other than Force of Negation, but I think it's too important to get this Surveil. Instead of bluffing, you know, they're going to do what they're going to do. It's not going to change because they know this card. Untapped. Interesting. It could be a Memories Journey, and they're going to put Cabal Therapy on top. That would be cute. Alright. Not capable of drawing Show and Tell. It's not in the deck, but this one's pretty good. We will keep it. They're going to Flute. Okay. I would assume naming Force Negation? Copy Artifact. Okay. I mean, I'm going to copy Flute. For sure. Naming Undercity Informer. That cannot be activated, and it would be difficult for them to cast it. And it's not going to take too much to be able to cast Copy Artifact. I guess a decent amount. Well, no. 2 more mana? Alright, so they had the other one, which I almost named, because making this cost 7 mana is a lot like making it do nothing. If I find another Ancient Tomb, I can copy the Flute again. One Ring is also very good. But if they have another Spy and another mana, then it's not going to be good enough. Unless I can counter the mana. Poxwalkers, okay. And go to 11. Draw 2 cards. Transmute. I don't have Defiler. I can get my other Jewel. And Copy Artifact isn't too good. And just get Lodestone. Guess I might as well Brainstorm first. I don't hate those. Copy Artifact is going to cost a lot of mana, but it is actually castable. I'll put back the land. We're going to draw land off of the ring here. And I don't have to fetch since I'm casting Transmute. Let's go get Golem and pass it over. Although crap, I would like to draw land. So cast Copy Artifact on this Golem. Not a huge deal. Going to attack. Okay. I'll take it. Do they have another Boxwalkers? Oh, they're going to Cabal Therapy. Right. Then it comes back. Comes back. They know about Force and Negation. I don't really see a reason to pay 2 life and counter this. They have to pay a mana because of the Lodestone. They did name the One Ring. I was hoping they wouldn't. Okay. Copy Artifact costs 6 currently. Oh. Then I can't cast anything. So I guess I pay like this. Either way, I'm paying 2 life. This way, I can cast one of these. Now we get in for 5. And we pass. If they attack, they're dead. If they don't, they go to 1. They can trade with a Golem. They're just not getting out of this. Yep, they pass. We draw 1 ring. Okay. I will attack with both. Yep, they trade, go to 1. No, I don't think it makes sense to cast the 1 ring. We'll just hold up all this counter magic. 2 dazes and Force Negation. Lodestone in play. Wrecked. Undefeated, haven't dropped a game. 2-0. See you in round 3. Alright, here we go. Round 3 against Chris McNasty. 3rd time in a row we have lost the die roll. Chris has taken a mulligan. We're going to keep this. You're a jewel away from a protected turn 2. We don't even have to go monolith first. We can surveil instead if we'd like. We basically want to find a jewel or a ring. A blue source and a transmute could be like a slower way to go about it. I'm probably not going to bottom a Brainstorm or be unhappy if I draw it. Chris is mulligan to 5, mulligan to 4. Yikes. Alright, what are they doing over there? Playing oops. Well, there's a mulligan to 4 deck that can really punch you in the face. It's this one, so... yeah, I think I do want to surveil. I don't think playing monolith really does much for us right now. We just want to find that action. They could have a protected win. All it would take is Writ, Dark Writ, Mana Source, Spy, Act. They'd have to have exactly, almost exactly that. Alright, we're surveilling. Represents another surveil land. Guarantees that I'm not doing anything this turn. I'm gonna bottom it. That's not great. That is not great at all. Alright, let's play monolith. And pass. Still looking for a jewel or a ring here. That's a petal. That's a thing. You gotta hope they don't have pact. Let's pitch show and tell. Oof. They do not. Come on, jewel, baby, jewel. Okay. It's not nothing. In fact, I'm going to... Am I? No. I mean, I guess I should have played monolith, but I was considering dazing my own monolith and playing under city sewers, but I think I'd rather just have the daze. Metamorph. Yeah, let's play monolith. And pass. They have 3 cards. I'm gonna play an Archamoeba. Okay. Again, tempted to use daze so I can get a surveil, but I think I'll hold. Come on. Brainstorm. Ring. Jewel. Transmute doesn't do it. Alright, they get in with Narcomoeba. You know, Dark Ret. Okay. We gotta hope they don't have a Spirit Guide here. You know, Dread Return. It's interesting. They have 2 cards. Very high chance one's a Spirit Guide, honestly. But then they might not have a second one to activate it. And then we can win with Metamorph. They have a second one to activate it. That is brutal. They can sack their thing. Yep. That's insane. We didn't draw anything. Ugh, another force was next. So if we had dazed our monolith and replayed it, I mean, there's a reasonable argument for it. Probably a correct one, honestly. Like, maybe you hold daze for 1 turn, but then you should probably just cash it in. Alright, back to Golem. Forces, consigns. Cut Emmy. Rim 2 Jewel. Remove Defiler. Cut Show and Tell. Daze is decent enough on the play. I mean, I guess it's not great. Show and Tell is just so awkward, though. Alright, we're on the play here. We do have a force. 1 land. I guess we're keeping. And we passed. They kept on 7. Reasonable chance we're dead. Laying out a pumpkin. Okay. Don't hate that. Draw monolith. Okay. Wish I had that on the first turn. Oh, we can survive this 1 turn. Then we're in great shape. Drawing card off a pumpkin. Love to see that. Tapped? Yeah. That's beautiful. Alright. It's lodestone time. It's a little bit awkward. I'll be shut off a force for a turn, but I think it's worth it. They need a lot of spirit guides to get through this, at least to the effect that we should get another turn. They're certainly capable of beating this. That is for sure. Dark Ret still nets a mana. Spirit guides. Alright. They're passing. That's excellent. We got a cleanup. Discard Ancient Grudge. Don't like that. Also don't like that we didn't draw Blue Source. Force of Will, Force of Negation, even Ancient Tomb, Monolith, let's just copy Golem. So many things we could draw. Alright, they go to 12. We're going to use the Pumpkin to flashback Ancient Grudge. We're going to force it. Yep. We're going to pay. Pitch Brainstorm. And again, we're hoping this is enough. It certainly might not be. Dark Writ. Informer. Okay. Okay. Forces something. Definitely something. It might be enough. Really depends. They have 6 cards. They can play Petal, of course. They activate. Yep, they get their Narcomoebas. They Cabal Therapy. And I think they just have us here. Even if they miss on this one. They need the Fairy Macabre. Now they Cabal Therapy again. They have the mana for that. And then they Dread Return. They have just enough mana to do it all. Well, plus they probably have some amount of Spirit Guides. I had Force of Will. Now they flashback Dread Return. The Oracle's not in their hand. Yep. And fortunate draws there. With all the Oopsal spells. That's actually the first time I've lost to it in quite some time with Jewel. I guess no Vexing Bauble, so that's certainly a difference. But we're 2-1. See you around 4. Right, here we go, round 4 against DarthNoogies. We won the die roll. Wow. I'll keep. Leyline Axe. So this is a Transmute Artifact Belcher deck. It's irrelevant what this card does. It's just some, like, equipment. But it's a free 4-mana artifact that you can transmute away. So, I think I play Island. Put some fear into them and allow myself to be able to cast Brainstorm. So, Ancient Tomb, Patchwork. Oh, so it's not some sort of combo. It's just an honest +1/+1 has double strike trample patches deck. Okay. Find a Grim Monolith. I can cast the One Ring. So I'm gonna Brainstorm. Bummer. Defiler on the bottom. Or 2 down, rather. I want to copy patches. I don't think so. Yeah, it doesn't seem worth it. Alright, they play a seat. They're just gonna go right for the equip. Okay. We'll play out some zeros. No zeros. Interesting. We take 4. And let's hope they don't have Force of Will. We're in trouble if they do. They do, in fact, have Force of Will. That'd be why they're not doing anything else. So we're at least going to go to 8, down to 4 with Ancient Tomb. Well, let's hope they don't cast anything. Or have Force. They have 4 cards, though, so... shock me if they did not have Force of Will, or at least, like, Metallic Rebuke. Well, that's what I feel coming on here. Any forces? Hey! And there's a chance. Pretty slim chance. We are low on life total. They did have a second force. Pitching a third force. We're gonna force back. Pitching Metamorph. They had a 4th force. They had all 4 forces. Okay, you did it. What the heck is that, man? You got me. I guess I play the consigns. That's probably it. Play 2 days on the play, probably take them out on the draw. No, I'll just trim 2 of them. Doesn't seem like it's the greatest against them. That was one hell of a hand from them. If the mulligan hand is pretty decent. Bottom a transmute. And pass. He kept on 7. They didn't start with the equipment. Mox Opal, Emery. Well, we get buried by that. Get rid of Transmute. They don't have yet another Force of Will. Or they just have another Emery that they're going to slam next turn, and they do have a Force. Alright, we're surveilling. Another land. We'll take it. I'm going to cast my Brainstorm. Going to put Show and Tell away. I'll get rid of the Thundering Falls. And then we'll either consign here, or we'll get the Thundering Falls. I don't think keeping a third land that doesn't cast the One Ring is particularly good here. I'd rather have consign up and have Brainstorm to just fix it later. A Thoughtcast. Yeah, that's pretty good. I guess I could have also just left the land on top. But I may have. I forgot what order I put it. But again, I think I want to think bigger here. An Ancient Tomb would be nice. Metamorph is no good. And we draw. Show and Tell. I will cast Brainstorm. Ugh. Pretty bad for us. Sure. I'm hoping I can counter something this turn, so it doesn't feel super bad to cast Grim Monolith. But we really needed to at least hit a land there. Alright, Saga. Okay. We're going to miss out on consigning constructs, but if they're going to sit around and make constructs, we're probably going to beat them, so I'm just going to play Monolith. You could make... Or no, they can't yet. I was going to say make construct and consign. They can't make a construct. They could consign. Or force. Sink. Sure. That's a bummer. Okay, they got 6 cards. A few too many if you ask me. Another Saga. Passing again. Hopefully we can resolve this Monolith. Alright, it's in. I feel like we're about to get smacked by Lava Spur Boots. Yep, construct. Another construct. We might just be dead here. It's pretty easy to do 17 with a deck like this with Lava Spur Boots. Yeah, there's the boots. All you gotta do is put 2 artifacts into play. Any petals? Opal does not do it. No, huh? Interesting. We go to 4. I still feel dead. I feel less dead if we draw mana. I'm still pretty dead unless it's Ancient Tomb exactly. Ugh. I guess I can... Transmute can threaten a jewel while only spending 1 mana, or 2 mana. And then if it misses, I can cast Show and Tell. Or if they counter it, rather. Alright, we tap Monolith. Cast Transmute. They fluster it. That's weird. We have to let it go, though. We have 4 cards in hand. We also gotta hope this jewel actually wins. Come on, baby. Alright, it's in. Thought Monitor, sure. I could consign it. Maybe I should have. They have a consign. Yep. And now we play 1 ring. And hope that they don't know how this works. Which happens more often than you would think, but I don't have high hopes. They just also have a force. Alright, they had... This was insane, both games. There's just no way we're beating that, unless we have, like, equal nut draws, which we had kind of medium draws on that. Alright, see you in the final round. Here we go, final round. We won the die roll. Playing against Unique Username. We got a Force, we got a Surveilland, we got Brainstorms. I think we're happy with this. It's actually kind of crazy just how many one-landers we've had. A mulligan to 6. Play our Delta and pass. Hope we don't get stifled. Lion's Eye Diamond, okay. Certainly an argument to countering it. Underground Sea, Cabal Therapy. Sure. Probably name Force of Will. Show and Tell. Nope, not over here. I mean, if we had Show and Tell and Ancient Tomb, this Brainstorm would be good. I think I'm still going to Surveil. Just really don't want to get locked. One Ring is one of the cards that I want, but I desperately need lands to function. I'm still going to bottom it. Jewel, okay. I think this is, we played against them a while back, I think. This is like the Hull Breacher, Bowmaster, LED Echo, they play Forces deck. It's pretty wild. Let's put... Could do some crazy shenanigans with copying LED, but that would take 2 turns. Yeah, it's not like a great way to do that. Get rid of Metamorph, put Emrakul on top, and shuffle it away. Does mean I can't cast Brainstorm. Shuffle away. Alright. See what they come up with here. Tropical Island and another LED. It'll be a Veil of Summer into targeting themselves with Cabal Therapy. 2 cards in hand. This makes no sense. They have LEDs. Okay, so that they don't have to... Okay, it's Dredge. I guess that makes sense. It's not good for them. So I do like that. This is not the Echo deck. Show and Tell? No. Show and Tell and Ancient Tomb? No. A whole lot of nothing. Again. Or still, rather. Sheesh. Okay, we're gonna put Emrakul away and Metamorph again. I mean, I'm gonna copy a Lion's Eye Diamond. Not very good, but it's the play that we have. Like, I might be able to eventually do some transmute stuff with LED. Alright, no Narcomoebas, please. Sweet. Did hit an Otherworldly Gaze, which is pretty good. I'm actually gonna force it. Otherwise, my entire hand falls apart. They find a Narcomoeba. Right? Show and Tell? That is a terrible draw. Okay, I mean, we're gonna do it again. And now we could transmute an LED away and make like a ring. They missed again. So, yeah, Loam is really good here. Really good. They're not gonna miss this time. There's an Narcomoeba. They've got a Poxwalkers. So they can use all 3 Cabal therapies. I don't think we're actually drawing towards anything. Yeah, and they still have looting. We're dead. That was like the worst Brainstorm. We hit no Monoliths, no Ancient Tomb, no Show and Tells. Not even like another Daze. All of our Surveilling and Brainstorms just hit a couple of Singleton blue lands and all copy effects. Alright, Lodestone's pretty good against them. Daze can be very good, depending. I don't think I need Defiler. I'm playing Lodestones, I don't need Emrakul. Still gonna trim a Daze. And I'm just gonna run it. We'll go 61. Okay, run the play. His hand is not very fast. I'm gonna mulligan. Alright, this one's a little better. I think I bottom copy artifact here. Maybe on the play I'm supposed to play Consign. So I can hit LED. They Misty and pass. They kept on 7. Underground Sea. Ball Therapy, sure. They name Force of Will and they miss. They Lines a Diamond. I'm gonna Brainstorm. If I hit a Daze, I'm casting it. We did. But the Transmute's down. See if we can Daze this LED. Alright, and they pass. That's good. And I'm looking to Surveil away the other Transmute. Well, shuffle it away and then Surveil. They do have a Careful Study. It's pretty good for them. Found another LED. At least they're passing. Alright, we are looking for Ancient Tomb or Grim Monolith. Another regular land. No. Tomb? Monolith? Guess I don't hate that. With the Monolith out. Can you imagine if they tried to counter this? We Daze, pick up our island, replay it, and then we get to play One Ring? Do it. Bummer. Okay. Don't feel great about this. They Dredge Loam. They're going to cast Breakthrough, and Daze is not going to do shit. Yup. We're looking pretty dead here. No Narcomoebas. They do have an Ox, which will play right around this daze. Yep. There's Poxwalkers. They have 2 Cabal Therapies. Never mind this massive Dredge. Yep. They're going to shred our entire hand. They can Ox again. Yeah, they got the whole deck. They're actually just going to kill us with Thassa's Oracle. That was brutal. Started off strong, but we teetered out. I did Trophy last night. Now, given that had Vexing, but I don't know, Vexing has never felt like super amazing in the deck. I think Daze is feeling pretty good. I'm going to keep jamming this list. I do think it's extremely good. I think we had some rough draws. I have it sleeved up in paper right now. I'd say the one thing I'm not sure about yet is the main deck Defiler, but I'm going to keep playing with it and see how it feels. We can always play a 19th land. We could play a Ponder. You could play the 4th Daze. You could play the Mightstone and Weakstone instead. Could play a City of Traders. Could play a Spell Pierce. I'm not too sure. But Daze has felt pretty good, so I'm definitely going to keep testing it. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one.